Michelle, how you doing?
Oh, hanging in there.
You were thrown into a sex tape ordeal. I've spoken to sources that were close to Shannon Sharpe. I guess he was trying to dispel the gay rumors, and a lot of people feel that the Instagram live, it's not easy to go live on Instagram. Like, you got to go through some steps to go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
That it was actually a ploy to dispel the gay rumors about him. So you
They claim she requested acts like choking, collars, and role play in alleged texts, including one that said, "I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy."
Got that.
Of course, Shannon Sharpe is not having a good week at all, and it doesn't take very much to see why. As you know, the whole Gabriella Zuniga thing has really blown things out of proportion. He has stepped down or stepped aside from ESPN, but now people are starting to dig into the past of Shannon Sharpe, and it is a past of dating exclusively white women with some issues domestically against said white women. And it goes back as far as some choking allegations, and the choking allegation stems from Sharpe's time as a co-host on Fox Sports 1's Undisputed. Now, we already know that he did leave Fox Sports 1, and we thought that it was an issue between Skip Bayless. But the reality of it could have been was Shannon Sharpe had left some dirty laundry at Fox Sports 1. And of course, when he went to ESPN, he made it seem as if he was thoroughly disrespected. But as we know, that might not have really been the case. The situation could have been that Shannon Sharpe was also sleeping with people at Fox Sports 1. Don't get me wrong, Skip Bayless has also been accused of that too. But he was also accused of choking a female co-worker, which was allegedly settled out of court. This lady was a female production assistant who actually accused Shannon of assaulting her in the workplace. Now, while no lawsuit was filed, Fox Sports and Sharpe reportedly settled the accuser for several $100,000, a sum that hints at the seriousness of the claim. A spokesperson for Sharpe denied the incident, saying there was no choking at the Fox Sports 1 set, and described the interaction as light physical contact in a playful context. Rewind! Let's go back to 2010. Shannon Sharpe also had some situations going on with CBS NFL's Today after a sexual assault accusation, in which he also stepped down, but that was later dismissed. I mean, that's a pattern going back 15 years ago. He stepped aside from that particular program, just like he's done from ESPN. But again, he was able to go from there to Fox Sports 1 to ESPN. But then there's something new. Let's bring in the case that was filed 2023. This was filed by his ex-girlfriend, Michelle Evans. Now, Michelle Evans was with Shannon Sharpe for over 10 years. And recently, she gave Tasha K an interview. And while most of that interview has not been posted to the internet yet, the intro is quite damning.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Oh, hanging in there.
You were thrown into a sex tape ordeal. I've spoken to sources that were close to Shannon Sharpe. I guess he was trying to dispel the gay rumors, and a lot of people feel that the Instagram live, it's not easy to go live on Instagram. Like, you got to go through some steps to go live on Instagram. That it was actually a ploy to dispel the gay rumors about him. Do you feel like that recording of him going live was real, or do you feel like he just used your name since he was with you for 10 plus years?
It's triggering. You got to remember, this was a very sensitive subject. The last time I saw him, he beat me.
If you hear that, you hear what she said. The last time I saw him, he raped me. Okay? Let's go back to what's going on with Gabriella Zuniga. Many of us already know a lot of the...
Goddamn, Shannon! Oh, God. Goddamn, Shannon. Bruh, I went from believing you were 100% innocent to 90% innocent, and now your ex-girlfriend of 10 years is coming out saying you did what you did? Oh my God.
The context, but let's look at some more situations regarding their relationship. According to this, sources close to Shannon Sharpe says this relationship with his rape accuser was purely a consensual BDSM arrangement, allegedly meeting for rough sex about 100 times from late 2022 to January 2025. They claim she requested acts like choking, collars, and role play and alleged texts, including one that said, "I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy."
God damn.
Of course, my mom had a saying, and many of you from Black America probably heard this before. That saying is, everybody ain't lying on you. As we can see, there have been incidents spanning from 2010 from CBS to from 2016 to 2023 at Fox Sports. Now we see the ex-girlfriend Michelle Evans. Now we see Gabriella Zuniga. And all of these women we presume to be white or Latina are coming out and saying these horrendous things about Shannon Sharpe. But here is something that we got to talk about. Let's say the last situation with Gabriella Zuniga didn't happen. Because of his past and his ability to get away from those accusations, let's just say, for an example, she's lying about it. It's hard not to have doubt about situations. This does seem to be a track record of Shannon Sharpe's behavior. And what men have to understand is once people believe that you have a pattern of doing something, and if somebody knows that pattern is out there, they can just come out with the accusation.
Exactly.
Let's look at Tony Busby for.
Whether true or not, as long as there's a track record of you consistently, one thing that humans are is being consistent. Whether being consistently consistent or being consistently inconsistent, nonetheless, you're still consistent, one way or another. So if you're consistently leaving a workplace, being accused of SA or grape, bro, and it's a consistently ongoing thing over and over years, and then this one situation where you're accused of something that actually you didn't do, bro, it's kind of hard to believe you. If your track record says otherwise, bro, this is not looking good. I didn't even know you had this shit going on from all the way back then. That's crazy.
If I know that a person like Shannon Sharpe has these accusations over a period of time, dating back from 2010, I know that you have money. I know that you have power, or I know that you have the ability to earn more money. I'm going to be able to coach a person that's an OnlyFans model, okay? Because you're just sleeping with her, and yeah, you might be giving her some money, but if I can get in her ear, I can say, listen, this guy doesn't love you.
That's what game is all about, bro. If you have game, money, anything monetary, money whatsoever, doesn't matter. Because like he said, with game, you can get in her mind, you can get between her ears, and if you can do that, there's nothing in this world that's going to stop you from getting what you want from that person. With game, bro, no money, bro. This guy can have all the money in the world, but if I spit the right game into her ear, into her mind, bro, I'm getting a girl. I'm getting her 100%.
He only looks at you as a sexual object. You're old, you really don't want to be with him. He's like 56, and you could never really be with him anyway. Here's what you need to do. You need to sue him, and here's how you go about it. We can never have any proof that that is the conversation between her and Tony Busby, but if I'm Tony Busby and I'm a money-hungry lawyer, I can come and I can say, listen, with this information, we can extort the guy. And then we have these particular role play conversations. You should record them. You should keep recording them. Again, we don't know how long they've been talking. And then we're gonna press him with this evidence. And what has happened now is Tony Busby and this young lady have Shannon's card. He's had to step aside at ESPN. He's gonna lose these deals. And his name,
they got him by his balls, bro. They got him by his balls.
Was getting tarnished. Now you have the people in independent media like Tasha K, like blogs going out there and researching things, trying to actually find contact with the people that allegedly were victims of Shannon Sharpe in the past. And if these people can give testimonies to what happened with them and Shannon Sharpe,
and even though the lawsuit that girl is filing against him is not even true, now it's going to become real. It's going to become very, very truthful and very convincing. Oh my God, Shannon.
Won't look good. Look at what happened with Michelle Evans. She was with Shannon Sharpe for over 10 years. Not only is Michelle Evans saying that he is abusive, that Shannon Sharpe is a person who doesn't want to be faithful. So imagine you're a big black man, you don't like black women, all you like is white women. You don't even want to be faithful to the white woman that you're choosing. And still, after she confronts you about cheating, she's saying that, you know, you wanted to have sex. She said no. and you engage her in non-consensual and oral penetration. Despite your protest, he persisted in this violation. Now remember, look at Shannon Sharpe. He's a big black guy, an NFL Hall of Famer. He's strong. Despite him not being in the league anymore, he could definitely carry out these things. And I'm going to say, who do you believe in this process? Well, let me just say this. If this was actually a sexual assault, then what she could also do is call the police. She never called the police. She didn't press any charges, but they are suing in civil court. And when you're in the industry like Shannon Sharpe is, this is not the court of law. This actually is the court of public opinion. Yeah. And now we have the race card, right? We have a strong African-American man who loves to show off the fact that despite him being 56, he's still a workout guru. He still can lift a lot of weights. You have these white women who are going to be deemed innocent against this big black guy who has a history of committing all of these violations against white women. Who are you going to believe? You are going to believe these white women. I'm talking about the people.
Just look at Majors. Major. The guy was about to star in Marvels, get his own show, and the moment they saw this guy, bro, they didn't even wait for testimonies, didn't wait for a court date. No, all they saw is him being chased by a white woman, and they dropped his ass. They dropped his ass, canceled him. Bro. Oh, God, Shannon. It's not looking good, man.
To give Shannon Sharpe more money, you will have to believe the white women. If you're Disney, if you're a person giving someone a podcast deal, because if people get behind these white women, they can't sign Shannon Sharpe to $100 million deal because this guy is somebody who abuses white women. So there's no way you can sponsor him anymore. So what happens when Club Shay Shay can no longer get sponsored? What happens when nobody wants to buy Club Shay Shay's cognac? Because you are a man that abuses not only women, you abuse white women. And even if this is not true, the pattern is already there. So anybody he deals with in the future can always use this pattern against him. They can always say he did this, even if it's not true.
Exactly.
And the only people are the only individuals.
Because there's been a pattern. A pattern has been established. So whether it's true or not, it don't matter.
Individual that will suffer severely from these allegations, it would always be Shannon Sharpe, not the lady in question. Nope. She will never lose anything, but he would.
Because she has nothing to begin with. What does she have? She has nothing to begin with. Obviously, in comparison to Shannon Sharpe, she has an OnlyFans, so she's probably making good money. But in comparison to Shannon Sharpe, it's nothing.
And this is what men need to understand about having a track record of doing something. If you have a track record of doing something that is foul or criminal against people, even if you stop that behavior, if somebody understands that behavior and understands that they can hurt you with that, they can always accuse you of that. And you can't live that down because people are already going to agree with them because you've already shown evidence that you are willing to participate in said behavior. And for Shannon Sharpe, he should have stopped dealing with women in this way a long time ago. But because for him, there was no real consequence, he kept on doing it as if nothing would happen. Even if it was nothing that was criminal, he kept on participating. It sounds criminal to me, but the reason why I can't say it's criminal because they never called the police and tried to get him arrested. If it was criminal, they would have done that. But they didn't do that because they wanted money. And now this is even worse than a criminal case because he's going to get ruined like Diddy or R. Kelly. It's going to be the similar effect. And black men out there all today must understand that if you engage with non-black women or any kind of woman for that matter in the same way that Shannon Sharpe has done, you are next. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. Man, any sort of woman in general, man, you should not be conducting yourself like that with women to begin with. Like, why? Why would you even do that? Just because you think you're not going to get in trouble now because you have all this money, all this fame, doesn't mean that later down the line, it will come back to bite you, just like Diddy. Look at Diddy. Guy thought he was on top of everything, on top of earth for so many years, which he was and is for years, decades, until, it came back years later on to haunt him and to bite him. And now my man's in jail. Just like that. So, never do things that could possibly end up biting you back, whether in the near future or in the further future. I hope I said that right. Yeah. Until next time, guys.